to the BioClean Unfiltered podcast. I'm RaeAnne, and I'm here with my friend RaeAnne Hall, who is the founder of the Grow Now Foundation. Is that foundation right? Or
Grow Now?
Yeah. And I'm just so
it's a nonprofit.
It's a nonprofit, and I'm so in awe of you. And we've been working on you coming on for a long time, and we're like, hey, when am I going to be on the podcast? I'm like, I know, because I want to talk about all the things that you do, because you do so much for the community, and not just here, not in Marysville, but all over like Snohomish County, I feel like, in Edmonds. So thank you for coming on. I really appreciate you driving me all the way over here. So tell me a little bit about yourself. Let's go with you first.
Yes, and I just wanted to say thank you for having me, number one.
Yeah.
And I'm grateful for our friendship. Your influence in my life is incredible.
Oh, thank you.
But we are in Seattle now, too. So we are in King County and Snohomish County.
I want to talk about that, because
you're
growing now. Like, you're literally growing. So that's amazing. So tell me a little bit who you are, what you've done, your story, in a brief story.
So I am from California, and I've been in Washington for over 20 years, so I just love it here. What do I say about myself here?
Well, did you?
I had an insurance agency. I sold it, but while I was doing my insurance agency, I had been a part of different networking groups. And
was this in California or here?
Here.
Oh,
in Washington.
awesome.
I've been here for 20 years.
Yeah.
And I had my agency for almost 15 years.
Wow.
And now I just do Grow Now full time as the executive director. But what inspired it was my insurance agency, because I was trying to create a women's networking group that gave back to the community. And I didn't see it. I mean, I saw groups giving back to the community, but I didn't see anybody doing business networking and community involvement. Is kind of a unique
and when
thing.
was this? Like, how long?
So I founded it in 2016.
Okay. Yeah.
And it was been such a great ride.
That's 10 years.
10 years.
Looking back then, I mean, there was really no networking giving back to, because now it's the in thing, I feel like, right?
Yeah.
But back then, 10 years ago, you would network to get business, but not really.
Right. There wasn't anybody doing this type of stuff. I think there are different organizations that they have some of that now. But back then I couldn't find one. And so I created it. And there's a niche with women. And so I wanted to have a women's organization originally. And for 10 years we were. And as you know now, we're all inclusive. But we'll get to that later, I know.
Yeah.
But the original vision was I wanted to grow my insurance agency. And what happened for me, I am a survivor of adverse childhood experiences. And what happened for me was when I graduated from high school, people stepped in, men and women stepped in and said, hey, look, you've had some rough things, but life doesn't have to continue down that path. But we got me into college, got me into therapy. I had basketball. That was like an outlet. Bowling. I had things that were productive that were fun. That kind of helped. But all of that, going to college, just changed the trajectory of my life. And so when all these years later, on our first meeting, it used to be called Now Networking. At our very first meeting, I said, hey, you know what? I want us to grow each other's business, but I also envision us getting dressed up once a year and raising money and giving a scholarship away to a young woman in the community. But let's do it a little different. I said, do you guys like that idea? I presented it to everybody. Yes, let's do that. I said,
how many of you were there in the beginning?
At that first meeting was like 22.
Oh my gosh.
There was a lot.
Because people wanted to do it. Women. Yeah.
I got like 5 influencers and said, hey, come, let's start our meeting, invite people. And then I put it on Meetup. That's how it got started.
Oh my gosh.
And I had a vice president right out of the gate. I was president, vice president. And
you did everything.
We had a treasurer, like even before the meeting, we had a lot of that in place.
Yeah.
But And so I presented it to the group, and I said, look, when I was graduating, people stepped in. So what I'd like to do is, if we give a scholarship, I don't want to give it to a straight A student. I don't want this pristine essay.
That's what I love about this. Yeah.
Yeah. I said, because when I was in high school and I was facing all the stuff that I faced, I would have never been able to get straight A's. Mm-hmm. But I had a drive, and I had good people in my life trying to tell me that life could be better. Mm-hmm. And so I said, why don't we get their story? Why don't we get their drive?
Yeah.
What are they doing now? Mm-hmm. I just got goosebumps.
I know. Yeah.
But they all said, yeah, I had rough things happen, and certain people stepped in. So the vision was, let's rally around. They were not the answer, but let's be another support, and let's get someone who could use that.
So what was that? What really inspired you to create? Like, what was that inspiration? Was it just helping women with adverse
yes, what inspired it was my story.
Your story,
because other people did it for me, and I wanted to be a part of that.
I love
doing
that.
it for someone else,
and I love
pay it forward.
Right, and the one thing that really stood out for me was, like, you give a scholarship, like you said, those that don't really have the best grades, but really have a vision and a goal, and they have the drive, and they have other great things happening for them. Because a lot of scholarships are so hard to get.
Yes.
Because you have to meet the standards of the grades and the essays and all the things. Mm-hmm. And it's like, I love that you made it different.
Yes. And I will say, we do have some straight A students.
Yes, of course.
For you recipients out there listening.
yes.
I acknowledge that you had great,
Right.
And we're not all survivors of abuse or, but there's some sort of adversity.
Yeah.
For me, it was abuse, but, there's different hardships. So we don't want to pigeonhole all our recipients to be seen as a certain way, because it's a different story for everyone.
Yeah.
But they needed a little support, and they wanted to plug in, and they have buy-in from the beginning. Mm-hmm. We tell them what this is about, and what we're going to be doing, and do they want to be a part of it? Because it's not just what's kind of cool about it is it's not just a 1-year thing. And I know we're going to talk about the different phases later, but this has evolved into something so much better. Not because of me, I had an original vision, but there were all these incredible people that said, hey, why don't we make this a perpetual fund? Give them money every year. And that was starting to blow me away.
Yeah.
Well, we already have, the first year we gave away 4. And I was like, now we're going to give another 4. And we barely made enough to do this.
Yeah.
It just kept growing because the vision got bigger, and we collaborated together.
Right.
And then it turned into, all of our phases, but we'll get to that later. It's really neat.
It's so amazing. Your story is amazing as it is too. And for taking that story and really creating something, I feel like big, like this organization that it's amazing. And I'm inspired by you. So
thank you.
So I call the phrase networking with a purpose, because you're having businesses come together, supporting their businesses too, letting us talk about what we do, but then it's with a purpose, like to help support you and what you're doing. But what does that truly mean to you to do that? I mean, is it really something that it's not just networking? Is that has always been your vision? Is coming together and us giving back to the community is what I'm hearing.
Yes, and in fact, on our flyers they all say grow now, networking with a purpose.
I know. That's why I said that. And how did you come about with that?
Well, we wanted to cause.
Yeah.
From the very first meeting.
Yeah.
We had all decided. Yes, our mission's twofold. We're going to help each other grow our business, and we're going to give back to the community.
Sure.
And then it was a special cause because it was helping what we had talked about already. But so that's the purpose. And I think, in life, we all want to have a purpose, and we do have a purpose. We're here for a reason, and we can make a difference. And finding that purpose for Grow Now it's a beacon for what we do.
Yeah.
We have a vision and we have a cause. We know what we're here for. Mm-hmm. Help each other grow business and help the community. And when you're purpose driven, just in your personal life or in an organization, it's like every organization has like a mission statement.
And good things happen.
Yeah.
Good things happen from that.
Yeah. Sure. You have that direction. You have a compass or I'm not finding the right words, but you understand what I'm saying.
Yes.
It's a cause that we have a goal, and we work collectively to do it.
So people, I come across all kinds of different leaders, and I come across good ones, and I have had bad ones. And everyone's like, I'm a leader, I'm growing this community, and I'm doing all these things. But for you, I describe your organization as servant leader professionals. And so what does that kind of leadership look like to you in real life? Like, I look at your group of people as servant leaders.
Yes.
Yes.
As I'm growing, as I say I'm growing, I don't mean that, but I'm the one kind of going into new communities, inviting people to it. We are collectively growing, grow now. So I want to correct that. But as I am in new communities and representing Grow Now, what I'm finding is that when I give my 1-minute commercial, I say, we are a professional networking group with a cause. So we build each other's business, and we give back through helping youth overcoming adverse childhood experiences. So it ties into your question about servant leadership, because at the end of the meeting, there's always 4 or 5 people coming up to me. It just happened yesterday in Edmonds, who were dialed in to that. Servant leaders. Those were the servant leaders in that room. Well, some of them that came up to me, and then I had a couple that, reach out, because they're like, this is special.
Why do you think that?
I think because they are driven that way. And we draw in people who want to give back. It's not just about their business, but that is part of it. And so what I'm trying to say is, we're attracting servant leaders. We are a group of servant leaders, because to be a part of this group, you kind of want to have a heart to give as well as receive.
Well, you've been doing this for a long time. So do you think there's a change from then to now of community? Is that what you think? People are getting frustrated and they need to give back because they want their communities to be better? I mean, what are you seeing out there?
Yes, when I built my insurance agency, and I was doing my business plan, and no matter what organization you have, there's a business plan involved. There's mission statements, there's purpose statements, there's all of this. And so when I was building my insurance agency, in my business plan, it said, give back to the community. I think most business owners want to. In fact, banks have a CRA program where their Community Reinvestment Act. Most people want to give back to the community that's giving them so much and helping with their flourishing life. They're building a successful business because of all the people in the community. So why not give back to them? Most people in this world feel that.
Those are smart business leaders.
Yes. But a lot of them, especially small businesses, don't know how to or how to make the time for it. So creating this networking group that's about business and give back helps them fulfill their business plan.
I love that.
And I knew that was a need, because the community does give back, but our community, we're only as good as we have to show up. I don't know why I just thought of this, but ask not what this country can do for you. Ask what you can do for your country. But in John F. Kennedy said that. But I would say, ask not what the community can do for you, but what you can do for your community.
Sure.
And then it's just reciprocal.
I love that.
Because it comes back. But we all have to get involved in one way or another, whether it's one day a month or one day a quarter, whatever you can do. And I know people that do Habitat for Humanity. I mean, that are always trying to find a way to give back, because they just have that heart where they know they've been given so much and they want to give back. And so we've provided a way to kind of do that with a special cause.
Because I know that there's probably a small business listening to this, or owner, like, well, where do I start? Like, what do you think? I feel like it's to really find what your passion is and what you want to give back to. What do you think on that? How someone can get started in helping it as a business owner?
Oh, yes. I think find a cause that resonates with you, because when you have it in your heart, and that cause, whatever it might be, animals or, clean environment,
Sure.
whatever it is that really resonates with you. When you have it in your heart and it's something that drives you, you're going to show up and you're going to be like
passionate.
And it's going to enrich your life because you're doing something you're passionate about.
Yeah, and you want to raise money and you're going to, I totally get that. I do.
And I'm passionate about survivors.
Yes, you
knowing that you really don't know, excuse me, I'm trying not to cry.
Yeah.
But you really don't know the damaging effect of being abused in your formative years unless you've been through it.
Right.
And every childhood has different experiences. But when your body was used in the wrong way, or your parents were drug addicts and not able to show up for you emotionally, or you faced homelessness. These are things that happen in your formative years. And your brain's not fully developed till you're 25.
Right.
But when all of that stuff is happening, it's thwarting the way you see the world. So now, all of a sudden, well, you're 18 now, so that's all done. Now it's up to you what you do. Well, yeah, but there's some things that we innately feel we are worthy of and don't feel worthy of, or we think is normal. And someone misusing our body can make us end up in relationships where our body's misused. And it's not even a logical decision. You are literally drawn to them. And I'm trying to raise awareness that there's deeper healing that needs to take place. And so our program is actually providing a way for them to get specialized therapy for these types of situations.
Sure.
Because we were not set up to be an adult that can just take the realm and keep going and have the normal ups and downs that life has. We have innately, we're drawn to things and people and situations. If we're not being proactive with our healing, we can be drawn to things that were introduced to us when we were in our formative years, when we were supposed to be taught trust, care, nurturing, love, acceptance. We were not an individual that way. Right. We were treated as if we were an object and used for someone else's whatever. And it, like I said, manifests in different, every situation's different. So we have to, we must be called to heal ourselves so we don't continue that cycle to someone else, so that we can enjoy life in a healthy way, so that we can draw in. And I even saw that later in my life, where I drew in a relationship that everything looked fine, but all of a sudden I was like, oh my God, I did it. I drew in the wrong influence. Oh wow. It was like, it threw me. I was like, oh, I thought I was better because I had all this mindset counseling. And a few years ago, I started to go into somatic healing, and my healing went deeper because trauma stored in your body. Like this is like a deep conversation that we could talk for hours on. So I'll try to reel it back in. But what I'm saying is the effects are many. And even if we think we logically have it, if we don't take time to heal our body and the trauma that's stored in there, it carries over to so much. There's deeper healing that needs. In fact, I wrote a book about it's coming out later in this month.
Yes, I heard you. Yeah,
on emotional healing.
Yeah, you are, and it seems like that's your passion. Is really people that are in that space of need to be healed, that need healing. So that's also kind of an inspiration, I'm assuming, too, for you.
It took a lot of work to get some of that emotional healing done, even just recently. So I'm very passionate about raising awareness because it's a subject that people don't want to talk about, but it's influencing how they show up in their life, in their community, in their business. It influences, and in their relationships, everything. So right now I really
And
am
we don't know
passionate.
what someone's going through when we
Exactly.
meet and network and what we're doing out there. So thank you for mentioning that, because
And
we
I-
just don't know what
And
someone's
I
going
have this
through.
like sunny personality,
Yeah.
you know, like I'm just like eternally optimistic.
You are.
But people would have never known
Yeah.
what I was going through,
Yeah.
because I show up with a smile on your face. So I totally agree with you.
Yeah.
We don't know what people are going through.
Right.
Because they're representing their company, so they're putting their best foot forward. They've got their jacket on
Yeah.
and they're, you know.
Yeah. And,
You never know.
And yeah, I'm glad you said that, because my next question was, what kind of connections have you seen change someone's life? And I think for you, the connection you bring to people is your experience and what you've been through and what you just talked about. So that connects with a lot of people that I've noticed when I'm around you and you're talking, because someone's been through something, and maybe not as traumatic or not, but it's something.
Yes.
And it makes people feel connected to you, and it makes people feel safe, I guess, in
yes.
the group. So,
Well, what I've noticed is when you do your work and you're open about it and you open the conversation and you stand up and you speak,
Yeah.
you might not get applause. You might not get a lot of likes in some of your posts, but you know what happens? You're helping someone else do their work, or you'll get a comment
love
like,
that
you know
you
what,
said
that touched me. I'm like, well, why didn't they like the quote, the
Yeah,
post then? You know, if
yeah.
it touched you.
Yeah.
And it's because that they have their own things.
Sure.
There's a reason for it, and it doesn't matter. I took the courage to say something.
I love that you just said that. Yeah.
You know, it doesn't matter if you get likes or views or
No, it
anything.
doesn't.
Someone will hear it, and that's what it's all about. Progress.
Yeah.
We're about progress, and sometimes I'm so, it's not perfection, but it's all about progress.
Yes.
And so if you're helping. You help me with my progress. Like I'll watch your videos, and I've actually liked your videos, and I haven't liked it, so I've done the same thing. But I loved it. You know what I mean? And it made an impression on me. And I think we all have a voice, and we need to hear each other's voice.
That's so important you're saying this, because I know so many people are listening, no one liked that's so common. Like, I don't think anyone really resonates with what I'm saying. It's just, but you are, no matter if someone acknowledges or not, someone's listening to you. Someone's really feeling what you're saying. So I love that.
And I got like a dissertation from one lady. It's like, this is why this resonated with me, and and so like the personal relationships that are happening, they're deepening my experience in life and theirs, and it just opens the door. I don't know why I want to bring this up, but I'm feeling called to do it, so I'm going to do it.
Bring up whatever you want. Unfiltered, remember, no.
So my mom was an alcoholic, and she went in to a facility, about 10 years before she passed away, and when she was doing her work, it was like 4 different families, and all the families were in this circle. I have no idea why I'm bringing this up, but I guess I'm just going to go with it.
Go with it.
But it goes along the lines of what we're talking about. But all the families, we were all sitting around, and each family, the addict was in the middle, and then the family, 1 or 2 people would come around and sit next to him. And the counselor said, as they're doing their work, you're going to be doing yours. It's not going to be your situation, but it's going to bring something up in you. And I only just bring that up as an example because that's what happens when we take courage to share our story. It's not going to be exactly the same for everyone, but when you live out loud and you have the courage to say, hey, look, I did this, I made a mistake, or this happened to me, or whatever it might be, and you're sharing the work you've done, it helps other people do their work. We can be inspirational, and you are very inspirational.
Oh, thank you. Oh my God, no, you are. I mean, sorry, but thank you so much.
Yeah.
But coming from you, but yeah, I mean, I just love that you brought this up because, I feel like a lot of people feel down about themselves, like ashamed. There's a lot of shame and like, oh, I went through something and I don't want to say it,
It becomes a secret.
People are going to judge me. And then someone does it on social media and no one really likes their post. And then they feel like, oh my God, what did I do? But someone is listening. Someone's looking at that and saying, oh my God, I went through the same thing. And that one dissertation that you got, probably you were like, wow, someone is listening to me and feeling what I'm saying. And that just means more than any 100 likes or whatever. I feel like,
And I'll never share all the details of what I went through a few years ago. There's too many people involved and it would cause too much damage. But what I'm doing with that book is, my book is all about a proactive way to heal what brings you to these situations in the first place. Right. So my book talks about, and I'm pitching my book, and I didn't plan to.
We are.
I didn't plan to, but it's on how to process feelings, attachment styles, trauma bonds, releasing strongholds, manifestation, and even using laughter. Mm-hmm. So it's like proactive things. It's not a story about what happened to me, because I'm not going to. I'm just taking a proactive approach.
I love that. It's not about you. It's really how can we move forward from this and using these
I also don't want to do the blame game, because I made mistakes too, but doesn't negate what happened to me. It was horrific.
Right.
But those were all the positive things that helped me pull through it, as part of my journey. So I'm sharing a healing part.
Sure. I love that.
For me, I feel like that's a more positive way to approach it, because when you heal, you just have to keep going forward and stay away from people like that.
Yeah, you do.
Have better boundaries.
It's so simple. Yeah, I love it.
When you heal, you are not attracted to that as much, which is really exciting to see.
Yeah.
You feel freer, and you're just, life is much better.
I love that. When you heal, you're not attracted to that as much. Yes, you're so right.
That's why I have this real mission to raise awareness and help those, because we do stuff it down. We do keep it a secret. Mm-hmm. We put on a brave front, and we just keep forging ahead. Mm-hmm. But it shows up in one way or another, whether it's overeating, it's drinking, or, when we're not dealing with it and we're trying to put on this brave front, it's going to show up somewhere in our life.
That's so right.
And so we need to raise the awareness and in ourselves have the courage to face it. Because it's like I was on another podcast recently, and I started singing, it becomes a whole new world. It is like a whole new world.
I know.
Not everywhere that song resonates, but that part does to me, because that's how I feel now. I already felt evolved in so many ways, but the deeper the healing got, the more world became fun and exciting and enriched,
and your eyes are just wider and just more open. I love that. So I want to talk about Grow Now more about this, because anyone listening will, if you want, someone's going to listen and want to know how to get into this. So why do you think, I'm going to talk about Grow Now. Why was it important to include a scholarship and mentorship together with your organization? Because you do a lot of mentorship. Why was that so important to you?
Okay, so if you are listening and you want to get involved, we really would love your involvement. We are looking for people like we've been talking about, servant leaders that want to step in and mentor, like you're talking about. But if you want to get involved, it's grownow.life. Okay. Grownow.life. And it has everything. Even our podcast is on there now.
Yes.
And your episode's coming up. But so the scholarship was great. But some we were finding didn't even know how to balance a checkbook. No fault of their own. They just weren't taught, and there were some life skills that they needed.
They needed help with.
Yeah. No shame in any of it. It was just, we were starting to see needs for life skill development. And, we were connecting with the bookkeeper in our group. We were connecting with a life coach or a hypnosis healing, whatever resonated for them. We were having these professionals in our group that could meet a need. And so it evolved again. Okay, let's make this a mentorship and connect them with a professional. And so when we've gone through things and weren't set up for adulthood, we need mentorship.
Sure.
Heck, You and I need mentorship.
I know, absolutely.
If we're going to continue to grow, no matter what level you're at or what stage of life, we need mentorship. So we began mentoring each other. We began mentoring the recipients. 2 years ago, Lacey Guither got involved. Last year, she did a whole mentor program called Limitless You on limiting beliefs, even on, life planning, goal setting. Oh, there was a plethora of things that are in it. It's like a 12-week program. And we had some of the recipients go through that, and she's going to do another round of that. But the idea was we may put limits on our life, but it's a mentorship program that's solid and from someone who's doing it. We know Lacey, right?
Right. Oh, yeah.
Like she really going after life.
She was one of our guests on here. Yeah.
So that mentorship program has been put in place, and that has been really exciting because I went through it and I got movement in a positive way from her mentoring. Oh, so mentoring is a really big part of it. And then the scholarship helps go towards their, college and that education. And now we're adding the access to therapy. But the reason we started to combine that was because of the needs we were seeing.
Yeah, yeah. So what impact have you already seen through the program with the young adults?
Yeah, so we have... In our program, there's 2 phases.
Okay.
The first one is to get them to their bachelor's degree or their certificate. And then the second phase is to help them transition into the professional world. So that mentorship.
That's so amazing.
Yeah.
Because sometimes you just give a scholarship and you're on your own. And there's all these phases. So go ahead. Sorry. I just had to put that in there.
And we have one who was with us from the very beginning, who we just helped open a photography business in phase 2. So we help them transition into their career, or some of them have opened businesses. 2 have opened cleaning businesses and 1 a photography business.
Wow.
And it's been so exciting to be a part of that and to see them grow in their business endeavors. But that's what phase 2 is about. And that mentorship, matching them up, like we know, I'm already thinking of a couple that I want to match up with you when they graduate. Or even sooner, depending on availability. It's all volunteer, you know?
Absolutely.
Like I did this for 10 years and I did not get paid a dime. But now that I'm doing it full time, that may start happening with grants and stuff like that.
So amazing.
But, but it's all volunteer. So we ask, we ask the professionals, would you like to be a mentor? Because I think you would be a good match for so-and-so.
Sure.
And then that's just a monthly check-in while they're going to school. And sometimes we've been able to set them up with tutoring.
Sure.
I was just at a networking group down in Seattle, and a man said, we have an internship for marketing. And I said, I would like to introduce you to Brayla.
Yeah.
So when we're out in the community and I'm out there and I'm hearing different things, she had just asked me for an internship. And 2 weeks later, I met him. He was offering an internship. And so we'll see where that goes. She has to apply for it and all that. But that's the type of stuff we're doing. We're trying to make connections and help them grow in their careers and in their education development and learning how to work and be in those environments, But that's kind of how it evolved. And it's really exciting because really we tell them you have a free membership the rest of your life if you want to stay involved.
I mean, there's people that I've met that you've been mentoring for years. I mean, it's amazing how it sticks with them and they still want to be around, Yeah,
and it's actually, they've enriched my life. They've encouraged me, like they're 28. I've done karaoke with a couple of them.
I was going to ask, the guidance is just as valuable as I think that's even more valuable than the financial support. I think just the mentorship and having them go through the guidance and support of opening your own business, how to balance a checkbook. Those are things you take with you for a very long time. Like, I wish I had that opening a business, you know what I mean? Like that kind of mentorship is so invaluable. Like you can't even put a number on that. Yeah. And so I feel like someone listening is going to be so excited to hear about these scholarships and maybe want to apply because I don't really see where you can get that anywhere. I know there's a ton out there, but this here locally is really huge.
And what we're trying to do is we're expanding so we can be a known organization and actually have more funds and be able to give to more because there's such a need. And we focus on adverse childhood experiences, ACEs, and almost 70% of adults have had some sort of an ACE. So there is a need in this society.
Can you talk about ACEs really quick, what that is?
So ACEs, there's 10 of them, and I don't have them all memorized, but if there was drug abuse in the home, if they did not feel valued or cared for, if there was, homelessness, abuse, or
and those are the girls that for scholarships that have had some sort of ACEs in their life.
Right.
Okay. Oh my gosh. Okay.
And so there's a need for it. So there are so many kids out there, and I want to say kids, but young adults, youth who are graduating high school who've experienced,
so many,
a lot of the ACEs. We're looking for if they've experienced 3 or more. So what's cool about our phase 2 program and how it's evolved is that now we have a recipient advisor board.
Oh,
so
okay.
4 of our recipients.
Oh, that's right. You have that board.
Yeah. And there'll be more. And we're creating a peer culture for all the recipients to support each other.
With the phases, and then how do recipients apply? Like, how do our candidates apply for this scholarship? Because I'm sure someone's listening like, well, where do I sign up?
Right.
Yeah.
Well, this year we are still reaching out to companies to get more money. So we're giving away 2 this year. We've given away 18. 15 are still somewhat active. Some moved away and have families. Anyway, I'm just trying to set up that we do have a perpetual fund.
Yeah.
So we have to give to the existing, we get to give to the existing recipients as well as 2 new ones. And we're going, because we've opened up in Edmonds and Seattle.
Yes. Okay.
We're going to those high schools. So this is how we do it. We go to their high school. We tell them the dynamics of what our program is. And we give them an ACEs questionnaire of the 10 ones, and they mark. And if they have 3 or more, then they would go to the next step of filling out the application and giving us an essay on their experience, their life experience. We also ask for a write-up about what their vision is and what they're wanting to do. But part of the application shows how they're already giving back, because we do want someone who's driven.
Yeah.
There's a lot of need out there, but we want someone who really has seen a lot, but it's like, no, this is not the end for me. I know there's more out there, and wants to plug in, because we don't want to have all these resources and have someone come in that doesn't plug in.
Yeah.
So we are somewhat just strategic about it, if that's the right word. But there is some guidelines there. We want to help, but we want you to plug in.
So 2 new ones, but then the funding is also for the perpetual for others.
Yeah. So we have 2 graduating with a bachelor's degree in a couple months, and then we still have 5 in the program that are getting their bachelor's. So we'll have 7 in phase 1.
Wow.
And then we have 1 working on her doctorate.
Wow.
She's already got her master's, and she is in she's in the Caribbean. Actually, studying to get her doctorate as a veterinarian.
Oh, I think I saw. Yeah, yes. That's amazing.
She's a great lady.
Wow.
Yeah.
So, a business owner that's listening, what is your most need? I know it's money.
We are looking for partners that want to give back to the community. We are a 501c3. And so if you have a community reinvestment plan in your organization and this resonates with you, please reach out. Okay. We accept any level of donation.
Yeah.
If you're a Mary Kay person and you want to give $500 a year to someone and this resonates.
And you know what? That makes a difference. $500 a year.
Yes.
Do you do monthly?
Right now, that's half of a scholarship. Do
you do monthly at all?
Giving $1,000 scholarships. We're trying to move that up to $5,000. What was that?
Do you do monthly? If a business can give monthly?
Yes. At grownow.life, if you go to donate button, there's a recurring payment thing you can just plug into that.
That's amazing. I think that means a lot. That $500 a year just means so much. I know there's so many women and now men that need this. They need as much money as they can to help their dreams.
And that is all goes to the scholarship. Our membership fees goes to events and website and all of that. I don't take any of that, and all of the donations, if you hit that button, that goes to the scholarship fund.
Sure.
But we are looking for a capacity grant to help pay me for the time, because I'm not getting paid right now. So if there's a company out there that would like to do a capacity grant, it would help, because I'm kind of the force behind this. And
well, you're growing it even bigger, right? Because I know you used to work and do this, and now you're really, really focused on growing this to Edmonds, like I said, to Marysville, and now it's Seattle.
Yep.
So you're everywhere, and Everett. So it's like, yes, please, if anyone can help RaeAnne, that would be amazing.
And I don't even mind asking, because I feel so driven for this cause. And
I love that.
We need
I don't mind asking. Yeah.
We need a driver at the Realm, and that's me.
Yes,
you know,
do.
like
And I've been to 2 galas now, and I want to talk about your events. The gala's your biggest event.
Yes.
And they're so fun. You put a lot into the gala. Like, has it grown bigger? Of course, right? Every year.
I remember our first gala. Yeah. Our first event was so cute. We all made lasagnas and brought them, put them in these warmers, and then we had a couple people in the kitchen putting together salads, and we just kind of, the leaders served them, and it was filled with a lot of heart. Wow. It was probably 30 or 40 people, and we raised $6,000, and we were so excited.
Oh gosh.
But it's just grown. So now we got to the point before COVID where we were almost at 150, and one year almost 200, and now we average 100, and we're hoping with the new chapters, we're going to be bigger than that next year, but it's every March. The other exciting thing is we actually have a summer social that we've added.
Yes, I want to talk about that.
This is a casual event on a boat on Lake Union, a 2-hour tour. We'll do a little heads or tails thing for fun, but there's going to be entertainment and food, and it's 2 hours on Lake Union, really casual. So we have one event that is about, a big event for fundraising for the scholarship mentorship program. And then one big event that's networking. Okay. And this boat event. We'll probably do this annually because it brings people from Seattle to Marysville, because we want all the chapters meeting each other.
Yeah.
And then also their friends. So we're going to fill that boat.
Yeah, you are. I think it's going to be sold out.
Did you get your ticket yet?
Yes. Oh, no, not yet. I'm going to, because I was wondering if Josh wants to go too. So now we're going to add it. I feel like it's going to be sold out.
And you will meet new people.
Yeah.
Because of all the different communities I'm going into and inviting, and everyone's liking the idea of this. Yes. So it's just a more casual, there'll be a little heads or tails thing for fun. But
how do you, sorry, I know we have a little time left, but I'm just looking at you, like, how do you keep it all organized? I mean, you must have a system, a really good system going, like keeping up with the recipients and the ones that are still in the program. I mean, there's a lot going on.
I'm wondering how literal I should be with this answer.
Be literal, be unfiltered.
I will say that this has been a challenge to keep up with it all, but I'm evolving as I go.
Yeah.
And I do at the beginning of the month look at all the chambers I'm a part of and map out which events I can go to, and I get to go to and connect, because I love meeting all these amazing professionals. And then the follow-up, I'm continuing to work on that.
Yeah. You're not the only one, sister. I get it. Yeah,
but I'm getting more organized.
Well, you look the part, though, that you have it going on. And then also, like, you're everywhere now because you're making this a full-time gig. So you're, like, literally at all networking groups now. I see you all the time. Like, oh, my gosh. And then talk about the meetings, because Grow Now meets every month. Can you talk when every chapter meets? Yeah.
Yes. So the first we're Tuesdays at noon. If there's 5 Tuesdays in the month, I get a week off.
Yeah. Oh.
Okay, I'll go through it. So the first Tuesday, and it's all on the website too. Okay. You can click on meetings. But the first Tuesday's in Marysville, noon at Village. And the second Tuesday is in Seattle at Flat Stick Pub. It's so fun.
Oh, that's a fun pub.
It's fun.
Oh my gosh.
And they're really treat us well.
Is that at lunch too?
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's all of them are Tuesday at noon. And Flat Stick Pub has actually donated a really fun package for our Heads or Tails game on the boat.
Fun.
We're trying to get them on the boat too.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
really like the people there. They're fun. But and then the third Tuesday is in Everett at Milk House Coffee Company. They are all about community, and that is why I chose them. Even on their wall, it has this really cool quote about community.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's a smaller room, but as we grow, we may have to go somewhere else. But for now, it's working. And then the fourth Tuesday, we're so excited, is in Edmonds at Claire's.
I know you're excited about Edmonds.
Oh, I love it. Yeah, I love that community.
Yeah.
And our speaker is Casey Davis. She's the CEO of the food bank. And she used to be a part of Now. Yes, she did.
A recipient?
No, she was a member.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, she helped us
amazing.
set up our first little fundraising event.
So she's an OG. Oh,
She
my
is.
Oh, wow.
But once she got involved with the food bank and getting into Edmonds community, she couldn't be involved. But she's so excited. She said, because the fourth Tuesday I could do this.
Yeah.
So she's going to get back involved and she's going to be our speaker. But it's the fourth
amazing.
Tuesday, noon at Claire's.
Okay. Good.
In Edmonds.
Wow. Well, is there anything else you want to mention? I do want to mention your book. When that's coming out and where we all can look out for it.
Yeah, and it won't be posted on our website.
Yeah, but I want you to help. Yeah, because I think that's important.
They can find it, through me. My phone number is on our website because I have a team building business. All the mentoring I've done with the recipients turned into a side business.
Yeah, and when is it coming out?
So it's coming out the end of the month.
Wow.
Well, we're hoping. Yeah, for sure by the first week of June.
Yeah, that's such a big task.
Yeah,
I love people. You're the second person I now know that is coming out with a book soon. It's crazy. Yeah,
I'm hesitant to say my website, but for my speaking and my books, it's RaeAnneHall.com.
Okay, perfect.
The reason I'm hesitant is right now it's just a speaker page.
Oh, that's okay.
But it's another way they can get a hold of me.
Yeah, because I think someone's going to want to know more about you and the scholarships and all the things. So which website do you want them to go on to contact you?
Yeah, for the books and the speaking, and I do go into schools and speak. I have 2 books, one on growth mindset, it's on Amazon, and one on overcoming abuse and adversity. And this is the third one on emotional healing. And they're all going to be on Amazon, so they can find me on Amazon. But RaeAnneHall.com for the speaking. And I have a few different talks that are inspirational, motivational, but that's how they could find me for personal stuff like that. And the team building is with my color code personality training.
Sure. Yes.
And
you do that. She has so many things going on that we couldn't get it all in one episode. So I guess we're going to have you come back and talk about color code personalities. That would be fun.
Well, like I say, that's what I signed up with when I started mentoring the girls, because it's everything about life is relationships, and everything that happened to us influence how we show up in our relationships. Color code gives us a simple way to show up better in our relationships and navigate different personalities. So that's the only reason I did it. And it just parlayed into a side business along with the speaking, the motivational, and the books and all of that. It really is all connected to now.
It's amazing.
That's what brought about all that.
Yes. Well, I do have a couple of rapid fire questions
that
I want to ask you. So one more quick answers here before we end. Coffee meeting or networking mixer?
Networking mixer.
Yeah, I could tell. Yeah. One word that describes Grow Now.
Empowerment.
Gosh, yes. Biggest networking pet peeve.
If you don't have time for socializing, if you go into a networking meeting and it's just business and leave, if my pet peeve would be if you don't allow time for connection.
You need to connect and talk to people.
Give them space. Give them time to socialize.
Yes. Your favorite motivational quote? I know you have so many, but
don't let yesterday use up too much of today.
Okay. What song best represents your leadership style?
Okay. Because I'm happy, clap along. If you
I love that song. Because I'm happy. You are.
I'm optimistic and I'm positive, and I try to infuse that.
I love that
in my leadership.
Oh, I love that. Okay. Last but not least, best advice you've ever received.
Doyle Stokes is my greatest mentor of my whole life. He was a State Farm agent, insurance, and he told me we love mistakes because that's how we learn. And that applies in every aspect of our life. And then my brother is always been my rock. He's had his ups and downs in life too, just like anyone, but he's always believed in me, you know, and I really appreciate him. But he's always talking about, well, this is your new chapter. It's always forward motion, you know, create joy.
Yeah.
And that's his message, is create joy. And we're both yellows in the color code.
Yeah.
And
I couldn't tell.
And it's funny because on my Facebook, it says joy seeker. And then I found out on his is create joy.
Oh my
So
God.
we're both connected with joy, but that's part of our personality type is being happy, positive, and wanting to experience life and enjoy it. But, you know, create joy. And it's always forward motion. Now we have a new chapter.
I love that.
I love that he said that, because it's like that chapter's done or that book is closed.
Yeah.
One time, or what
That
I went
book's
through.
closed,
What I
RaeAnne.
went through recently, he's like, burn the book.
Burn that book
he
in
was
the
really
fire.
frustrated that happened to me.
Yeah.
But you know, but it's like now we're moving forward, more informed, and I think that's what this whole movement is with now.
Yeah.
It's about moving forward in the best way possible, step by step.
Sure. Yeah. Well,
And with courage and bravery.
Yes. Well, I'm going to end with that beautiful last sentence. So thank you so much, RaeAnne, for coming on the podcast. I really appreciate it. Thanks.
Thank you. I appreciate being here.